Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren. Join me in this follow along at-home workout routine. Let's get started with our ankles. From the lying on the back position, with your knees bent, your chin tucked, and your arms out to your side. Slowly bring a knee towards your chest, grab behind the knee, and gently extend. Looking at your foot, let's go full pointed foot, and then pull that foot towards shin, and repeat. Point foot, pull foot towards shin. From here, we'll wave side to side. We'll go back to our pointed, our flexed, and gently bend the knee to close and place down. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Knee comes up, gentle extension. Slowly point your foot, pull it towards the shin, point, and pull. And then in that dorsiflex position, let's wave the ankle from side to side. Back to center, one more point, one more flex, and slowly bend the knee to return the foot back down. We'll go back to the first leg, bringing the knee up, and again grabbing behind the knee. This time we're going to articulate our foot in circles. Gently start in our pointed position. From here, start drawing a circle towards the center of your body. Take your time and articulate all the edges of the circle. As you're doing this, making sure that your knee and shin aren't moving. Once you get one time around, let's switch direction from that pointed foot to the outside. I like to keep my toes curled up so that my toes don't get all crazy and reaching for all different corners. Full point, gently pull the foot back towards the shin, relax, and bend the knee. Same thing other side. Knee comes up, grip behind, slowly point the foot, and start drawing that circle towards center. Take your time. If there's any skips or hops, try to slowly go through those areas, ending in your full point. And one last time in the other direction, to the lateral side of the foot, pulling through center, and slowly ending up in that palette point position. Pull the foot to the shin and bend the knee. From here, we'll focus our attention on our knees. Bring a knee up over a hip. Let's bend or flex this knee as much as we can, trying to get to the ankle close to our butt. Maybe you feel a little hamstring grab or cramp. Try to work through that. Now, with tension on the front of your leg, slowly straighten at the knee to a nice straight position and hold for 3, 2, and now use those hamstrings and curl your leg all the way close to that start position. One more time. Straighten, creating tension on both the front and the back side of that knee. Full straight hold, 3, 2, and then with tension and control, fully close the leg like you're going to kick your ankle to your butt, and then relax it to the floor. Other side. Knee comes up over hip, full flexion. Slowly straighten at the knee. Find your straight range, hold, and then use both sides of that leg to close all the way back down. One more time. Grip onto those hamstrings. Use the quad to straighten. Take time. Hold that full straight position for 3, 2, and then gently close. Feel that work. Get the heel as close to the bum as you can, and then relax. We have one more activity from our back. Return to the first leg, bringing the knee up over the hip. Gently straighten at the knee again. This time I'd like to have a pointed foot. From here, we're going to do our internal and external rotation. What that means is we're going to rotate our leg so the inseam faces your face, back to center, and now try to internally rotate your leg so that outseam comes towards your face. Back to center, repeat again. Try to re-straighten your knee, externally rotate, center, internal rotate. One more time each way. As you're doing this, that butt or hips on the floor shouldn't be moving, just the leg in its socket. Back to center, flex the foot, and bend the knee to return it to the floor. Other side. Knee comes up, slowly straighten the leg, point your toes, external rotation, inseam to face, back to center, internal rotation, center, external rotation. I like to have my hands on my hips here so I know that they're not moving. One more time each way. Center, and I'm still trying to keep that knee as straight as possible the whole time. Pull the foot to the shin, gently bend the knee, and place it back down on the floor. We're gonna flip from here to all fours. Do a wrist warm-up. Find your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Fingers are spread out wide. Slowly shrug your shoulders up into your ears and then pull them down. Shrug your shoulders and pull them down. Now let's focus our attention on the elbows. I'd like you to rotate your elbow pits backwards and then push them forward. Rotate backwards and then to the front. Now here, those elbow pits should still be forward and our shoulders should still be down. In that position, can we gently drift our shoulders over top of our fingertips and then press into the floor to get you back to tall. Repeat 2 more times. Elbows straight, shoulders down, drifting over and pressing back. And one last time, shoulders drifting over and pressing yourself back to center. From here, peel the palms away from the floor and then the fingertips flick and give that a little shake. We'll do a quarter turn, so extend your hands. Fingers come down through and then into the palm. Again, check in. Are those shoulders shrugged or pulled down? Are those elbow pits forward? Now, this time we'll drift our weight from one side and then we'll press in the floor to press through center and drift to the other side. Shoulder towards over fingers and press back through center. One more time each way. Always checking, are those fingers actively pressing into the floor? Come back to center. Again, peel the palms away from the floor and then the fingertips leave and shake that out. We have one more wrist. This kind of time, come down to our knuckles. Nice straight fists, shoulder packed, elbows pits forward. Slowly open up the back of the hand towards the floor. Try to keep those shoulders down. Now press into the floor to get back to that stacked position. Repeat on the other side. Roll over to open up. Press into the floor to close. One more time. Over to the back of the palm. And then press to tall. And last one. Try to keep those elbows straight. I know it's hard. And back to center. We'll press the floor away, take a couple seconds off our wrist, and work through our head, neck, and our mid back. Sitting up tall in your kneeling lunge, gently pull your chin towards your chest. Take your chin and scrape it along a collarbone towards an armpit. From here, your nose is going to scrape up your wall, across the ceiling to center, and then pull down straight. Let's repeat the other direction. Chin towards armpit, scrapes up the wall, across the ceiling to center, and pulls down tall. Reverse the direction. Up to the ceiling, scrape the nose across the ceiling to the wall. Down the wall, chin gets towards armpit and scrapes to center. One last time, up through center towards the ceiling, across the ceiling to the wall, down towards the armpit, and scrape to center and relax. Nice. From here, we'll work on that T-spine or rib cage mobility. Hands across chest, little bit of a chin tuck, pull yourself forward. From here, add your rotation. Then dip off that back shoulder to a new corner. Extend up and over to the other side. Rotate and round, pull to center. Other direction. Rotation, up and over to that new corner. Extension up behind you. Here you're still keeping those abs braced, not arching that low back. Rotate to new corner and pull through center. That feels nice in that core and mid-back area. Shake that out. From here, we're going to return to all fours and perform some cat-cows. With your hands underneath your shoulders again, and your knees underneath your hips, I like to have my toes tucked. I'd like to first focus our attention on our low back. So right here, our upper body is going to stay fairly neutral. And we're going to tuck our hips under, pulling the floor together underneath to use those ab muscles. Now slowly start pressing the floor away from center and tilting your tail to the ceiling. Let's repeat that a couple times. Pull the floor together using your core to tuck your hips under, noticing that mid upper back shouldn't be moving on me, tail to ceiling. One last time each way. Pull the floor together underneath and gently press away, tilting the tail long. Come back to a nice neutral place. Press the floor away and give those wrists another little break. We're gonna get into our hip flexor lunge from here. So from that tall kneel, let's bring one leg out front. We're in our lunge position. For our lunge position, that bottom knee is right under your hip, shoulders stacked. Knee in front with a vertical shin. I personally like to have my back toe tucked. Option to have that untucked and flat. Just make sure the foot's nice and in line with your body and not sickling in. From here, I want to do the same thing we just did in all fours. So gently tilt your tail back and then tuck it under by squeezing your butt and pressing your hip through. Repeat. Tail tilt back, tail tuck under. One more time. Tail tilts back, tail tucks under. Keep that glute squeezed and the hip extended. Let's drive this foot down and pull and slowly press our knee towards over our front toe. Stay here, pause. Relax that back butt cheek for a second. Then retuck, re-squeeze. Push down and pull that floor again. Maybe you can drift a little further forward. Remember, we should still be stacked here and ribs to hips. Now drive down and forward to press yourself back to tall, meeting with that hip extension. Breathe, gently relax, whew, and we'll switch legs. Pull that leg underneath, same thing other side. Other leg comes up in front, check it out. Back toes tucked, vertical front shin, stacked and tall. Again, tail tilts backwards, tail tucks under, tail tilts back, tail tucks. One last time, spilling the punch bowl forward, and then tucking it underneath, squeezing that back glute. From here, we push down and pulled on that front leg to slowly drift forward. Find that position, pause, relax a little bit, retuck, re-squeeze, push down, pull. Maybe you can drift a little bit more forward. Take a second here, breathe, then push down and press away to get all the way to tall. Extend that back hip through for 3, 2, gently relax. Pull that knee underneath. Whew. We're gonna do one more hip flexor lunge, but this time we're gonna bring that leg out to the side. Start in the same position. One leg comes up front. This time, heel toe it open to your side. In your side position here, your hips should still be able to face forward, and your knee should track your toe. No ankle reaching to the side. Once you've established that position, tuck the back hip under, squeezing your butt cheek. Now from here, we're gonna again push down and pull on the floor. This time we're gonna drift over this way. As we drift, our whole body comes with us and we keep extending that back hip. Now drive down and press away to get back to tall. Repeat one more time. Retuck and squeeze. Drive down and pull on the floor. Knees pressing towards over that toe. Breathing, feeling some opening in those hips and groin. Press back to tall. Heel toe your foot to center. Pull the leg underneath and repeat on the other side. Knee comes up to that lunge. Then it walks itself open. You're safe open, hips still forward. Tuck under, squeeze that back cheek, drive down and pull on the floor. Again, press that knee towards over toe. We're getting a little ankle mobility here, as well as some hip opening. Now drive down and away to grow tall. One more time. Drive down, pull, knees pressing towards over that toe, and then gently push away to come back to center. Bring your foot back to center. We'll pull the leg underneath and feel how good and mobile we feel after that little routine at home. Thanks for joining me. Follow along anytime. Comments or questions, barsandbells.com. Thanks for joining. Goodbye.